That means I already hit the button.
Hey, Will.
Hi, Liz. How are you?
I'm good. I'm checking out our sound to see how we sound.
Yeah, please tell me if we're live and if we sound okay.
We're live and we sound okay.
You,
Congratulations to us.
you may or may not hear the sound of a shower in the background of my audio. That's
No, I
okay.
can't hear that at all.
That's terrific if that's true.
I feel like your ears are more attuned to things that you can hear because you're there.
Well, true, yes, but yeah, I think this microphone kind of picks up a lot of the background stuff that I wish it wouldn't sometimes, but what can you
Yeah.
do? There's all, I'm also in quite an echoey space, but it's the best space that I have. So we,
Yes, I think you're in a good space. Remember when you made a blanket cave the one time?
yes, I do. Yeah, I was just looking back at the picture of that. I'm just looking at the cake that you texted me. Oh, did you do that?
Yeah, I did.
Wow, that's
It
really.
was so difficult.
I can imagine. Yeah,
I
it it
Do you
looks.
want to explain what you're looking at?
Yeah, it's a flag that is decorated with frosting to be half one flag and half another flag, and it's split diagonally. And it looks really impressive.
Thanks.
Like I don't think that a professional could have done much better than that.
Well, maybe Sarah's mom would disagree with you, but
I
um
don't care.
but yeah, so Aram, our friend, well, I mean, I guess your friend of the pod, Aram,
Hmm.
has become a US citizen. And so it was also her birthday, and she asked me to make a cake. And she sent me a cake that was looked like this, but it was with a different flag. So
Sure,
half of the flag that Will is seeing is the American flag, and the other half is the Korean flag.
that's right.
And she was very impressed for two reasons. The first was I did get all 50 stars on it.
Yeah,
I used a star piping tip, which I have
sure.
been bad at using in the past. So I was very proud of myself for that. And then so basically what I did was to do this whole thing was I put the base layer of white on the cake, put it into the fridge until the frosting had set. And then I had already drawn out what I wanted to do on a piece of paper. I then traced the lines I needed with a toothpick.
Yeah.
And then I filled that in with the colored icing.
Hi, Sarah.
And for the stars, I um put used a toothpick to make tiny dots where they needed to go.
That's it. It worked out really well. I'm. It's been a little while since we've streamed.
Yeah.
Now that Sarah has chatted, I remember that that shows up in the corner now, and I also remember that it never goes away
So there's just this
uh,
octopus there just
unless
in
I
your
like
corner.
erase the entire chat. So we're just gonna let that live there for now. It's pretty cool. So Liz,
Yes.
you know why we're here.
I sure do.
It's because there's a new set of Magic the Gathering cards.
Yes.
On the if this were an episode of the podcast, I would get a baseline by asking you, what do you know about it?
So I was telling Will right before we went on stream just to give him a little, oh, your cup matches Sarah's emoji.
This is where the
Um, I
Kraken
was
might live.
I was telling Will right before we signed on, I am kind of woefully unprepared because not that I've lost interest in it per se, but I just haven't played Magic in like a month
Mm-hmm.
because listen, I just want to let you know, I know this sounds nuts and people probably aren't going to believe me, but I've been reading.
Oh,
So basically, like once I got back from AWP, I had this giant stack of books. And so I started reading through it. I've read through about four or five of them, but yeah, because of that, I haven't really played in a while. So, in terms of the set, I know it's gangsta themed. I
I
know,
don't think you're supposed to say it like that.
I know. There's a fat cat.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Um, I know that I've liked all the art that you sent me.
That's nice.
I have completely either forgotten or never knew the new mechanics.
That's okay.
Um, and I haven't opened any packs or anything. You Will very graciously sent me the little card that he gets from the pre-release so I can get my online packs since he can only use one at a time. But I
That's
have not entered that nor opened any of those packs. So
that's good for 6 packs, and then there's always a code per set that anyone can use, which is good for 3 packs.
mhm.
So regardless of how much or how little gold you may have in your coffers, in your digital virtual coffers, that's 9 packs right there. So
Yeah, I think we can probably get me to 15, which is maybe probably not enough to build a deck that's of any use, but definitely enough for us to see some good cards.
that's okay. I have fun just looking at the cards.
Me too.
How do you want to begin? And there's a few ways I can think to answer that. And one is I'm going to boot up the game,
Hmm.
and we'll go nuts. And the other is that you boot up the game, do what we can do on your side, or I can try to give you a little bit of a primer on what you don't know.
How
Or
about I boot it up,
yeah,
which I did. You'll be very proud of me. I did already download the update.
that's huge. That you said you were woefully unprepared. That couldn't be farther from the truth.
um, and so how about I boot that up
Yeah,
and then we'll go from there and maybe you can explain things as we come up. Oh, also side note while this is loading. Uh Elliot has been saying more phrases and stuff that they've been picking up.
yeah.
And today they were trying to do like a excavation kit and they said they kept not finding any rocks in the excavation kit.
Mm-hmm.
And finally they exclaimed, "It's no use." I was like hearing this very small child say, "It's no use."
Yeah, yeah. Where have I heard that a lot? It's no. Oh, I think that's from one of the Sonic games. There,
Oh,
there's
that's
a
interesting.
there's a They've played a lot of different Sonic games on Game Grumps, so I'm not going to
Hmm.
remember which one it's from. But there's one where Sonic or another player character says it's no use like a lot, like way too much, and so like they started saying that a lot.
I used to know the Game Grumps name. I have not actually started watching Game. I mean, it's still loading, so we'll just. Oh,
Yeah.
actually, I guess I can share my screen while it's like.
Oh, let me make
Oh
sure I
yeah, give
have
me the
that
power.
enabled. There, you should be able to do that now.
Um, I watched a little bit again when they were playing Elden Ring.
Yeah, they're still doing that.
Yeah,
Still good, or as good as is normal for them.
this fat cat. This is the fat cat that I like.
Yeah, Jetmir, I think, is the fat cat's name.
This guy is a creeper.
Yeah, that's the one that I have the most trouble remembering the details of.
I love a creepy character that's like a very almost, I mean, I guess this is very pointy, but like an otherwise like very normal face
Yeah.
on just like a monstrosity. I somehow that is the most horrifying to me, I think.
So just to start the primer, and you'll get a lot of the information that you need by looking at the cards. I don't need to give you a lecture in order for you to learn about it, but what it's a factions set, right? So
Yes.
much like Strixhaven was a factions set where it
I
was
like this guy, by the way.
he's a great guy. I love what he's doing. Um, Strixhaven was a university, and the 5 factions were 5 different colleges, and they each
Yeah.
had a color pair. Um, this is a city run by crime families, so there are 5 factions. Each one represents a crime family, and each one has a unique set of 3 colors. And so, what we were looking at in that loading image was the 5 demon lords or half demon lords, who are the heads of the 5 crime families.
I see. Do they have names?
The heads or the families?
The families.
Yes, yes, they do.
Are you going
They,
to tell them to me?
they are. Let's see if I can do this without looking at anything for reference. The brokers the Obscura, the Maestros, the Riveteers, and the Cabaretti are the five crime families.
They're so good. The names are so good.
The names are really good. So I think you know this. You might remember this because of how much praise that I've lavished on Strixhaven in the
Mhm.
past. I really love a factions set because the
Yes.
presence of factions just makes for like a really clear narrative with like specific flavor and like like even more than a tribal set. Tribal is cool too,
Yeah.
but factions is like, oh, I know like specifically, what these colors represent, what they stand for, what their function is supposed to be. And yeah, it just makes the game a lot richer, I think.
Oh, I just noticed as I used up what would have made it useful that they are now allowing you to buy multiple packs at the same price
Oh, is that true?
instead of singular
I have
one at a
not.
time. I just was doing my normal thing.
I'll have to look out for that because I haven't bought any packs yet since the latest update. So I
Can
was,
you tell me the code for everybody?
yeah, it's play SNC, as in Streets
Okay.
of New Capenna.
Nice. Yeah, look at this. You can buy 15 packs. Let's see how far it goes. Come on. Wow. Yeah, this is so useful.
I think that if I remember correctly, that was always there, but there was only a gems
That's
price.
what I'm saying. You can
Yeah,
buy it with gold now.
right. There was never a gold price. Yeah. So I have a little bit of a surprise, which is going to come into play when I share my screen, and
Nice.
it has to do with gems. Yeah,
Do you have gems?
I do. So the difference ostensibly between these two in-game currencies is that you earn gold just by playing the game, and gems you put down real world money for.
Mm-hmm.
However, sometimes if you look at the daily deals in the store,
Right.
they are selling gems for gold.
Yes.
The surprise is that after about a year of playing this game, or like a little more, without spending any real world money, I've accumulated enough gems to purchase the Mastery Pass for
Bum, bum,
this set.
bum. That's so fun,
So
Will.
that's going to unlock a bunch of shit without having to spend gold on it.
I there are some like smaller companies that have like I don't usually do microtransactions ever, but there are some smaller games or companies where it's like, okay, I'm gonna like pay money for this thing that otherwise could be free because I would like to support them.
Yep.
And like, luckily, Magic the Gathering is not one of those
No,
because they have a solid base of people who make money for them.
I believe so. Yes, I believe they are going strong in that sense. So you've got 17 here. So you must have put in the code that I gave you separately, the one from the pre-release. Did you
Yeah,
use
I
that
just put it
already?
in.
Oh, I didn't see.
Oh, I put that in first when I was asking you to tell me the faction names.
Oh, okay, got it. I was absorbed in my own little world.
Oh, by the way, it like is supposed to rain this afternoon. And it looks like it might actually even thunderstorm. So
Ooh,
that would be exciting.
that's neat, right?
I love thunderstorms. I know people that hate them. By people, I mean Auden, but everyone else I know likes them.
Sure.
Kenny loves them specifically. Okay, here we go. I
Here we
did
go.
it.
Let's do it.
Okay, so an ominous parcel. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's a classic gangster movie trope, right
Oh,
there.
this is a great card, though. What is it? Here, let me move this little guy so I can see it. It's only a one?
Yep.
This is good, Will.
Yeah, I like it.
Boon of Safety. I love a
Mm-hmm.
portal.
Yeah.
And this is just a white. Oh my gosh, I don't think I had seen the little symbol yet. It's very good. Is it supposed to be brass knuckles with
It's
wings?
yes, that's exactly what it is. Yeah.
That fucking rules.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, I think you are going to like a card which is called Brass Knuckles.
Do you know what our trivia name used to be
I
when we
don't
would go to trivia?
remember. I feel like you've told me though.
It was Abraham Lincoln's Brass Knuckles,
Yes, I've definitely heard that before.
which is something that's in the Ford's Theater if you go visit.
Oh yeah, cool.
Light him up.
Light them up. So
2 damage.
you're seeing
What's this?
some keywords. So go to the previous one, and I'll just say real quick. So shield counter is the
Mm.
signature mechanic of the brokers. The brokers are like they're the Wolfram and Hart of the world, basically. They're the shady
Ah.
lawyers.
Uh-huh.
If a creature has a shield counter on it, then if it would be destroyed or it dealt any damage, instead you remove the shield counter. And yeah, uh, so that's an instant. So that's it's
Nice.
sort of like for making the if you play this when a creature would otherwise die, it's sort of like making them indestructible for the moment.
For the moment. That's awesome.
And then casualty, if you'll return to the middle card, the red one. So casualty is the signature mechanic of the maestros. The maestros have a vampire half demon lord. They're sort of like the old money. They're the
Mm.
assassins, and they are like patrons of the arts. And so casualty 2 means that when you play this, you can sacrifice one creature with power 2 or greater, and if you do, then you copy light 'em up. It's like you're casting it twice.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Inspiring Overseer.
There's a few angels in this set, despite being a world of demons primarily.
Um, Wait, so the brokers are lawyers, they're not like Wall Street people?
They're ostensibly they're lawyers. Yeah.
Okay. Sky. Oh, here's our fancy land, our
A,
dual
a
land.
dual land, very important.
And oh, and then you can sacrifice it to draw a card. Love this guy. A bird citizen. Right. There's citizens in this, which is so cute.
There are more citizens than ever.
Everyone's a part of this town. Um, oh, and this one has a shield counter on it.
Yeah.
Okay. What does that look like in the game?
In Arena, it looks sort of the way that Ward or Hexproof
Oh, so
does.
it's like a I was gonna say an aura, but that's another in-game word. So
Right. It's sort of like a rune. It sort of looks like a rune, or oh, okay. So you
oh
got
my God.
okay. So this is a very special card.
Ooh, I love a special card.
You got a mythic. So there's a whole there's a whole thing going on in the lore of Magic
Uh-huh.
across many many sets, um, and I'm only vaguely aware of it. But it's sort of like how the concept of the planeswalkers
Yes.
is that they travel from plane to plane, and so they are sort of like the main characters who can appear in different sets.
Yeah.
I'm vaguely aware that there's like good and evil and neutral planeswalkers, so they're all like enemies to each other sometimes. But there's like a big bad in the multiverse of Magic, and it's this race called the Phyrexians. So, like in the previous set in Kamigawa, one of the planeswalkers is
Hmm.
is Tamio, but it's the like Phyrexian version of Tamio.
Oh.
So the lore there is that like the Phyrexians, they really like got a hold of one of the planeswalkers and like reprogrammed them basically
Hmm.
to their own ends. Um, Also in the previous set, there was a creature like this, but blue.
Oh.
Also, it was also a Phyrexian. I guess you haven't been playing that much since Kamigawa came out, so you might not have run across this card. But it's a creature that says like it's called Jin Gataxis, I think,
Okay.
and it says like it basically says when you play your first spell on your turn, you copy it.
Uh-huh.
When your opponent plays their first spell per turn, it's countered.
Okay.
It's just automatically countered. So this is a red Phyrexian Praetor.
And it's cool as hell.
Yeah.
I love the art with this one with this little like the building in the background.
Uh huh.
Like I feel like the building here is working just as much as this like major creature to make this card look cool.
Definitely. Yeah. I would not know what to do with that card if I got it.
Build a deck around it. That's what you got to do if you don't know what to do.
I guess so. Yeah.
This guy has a laser or a fire gun.
Sort of a
What are those things called? A flamethrower.
Yeah. So, real quick, Blitz is
Yes.
the signature mechanic of the Riveteers. So,
Okay.
as you can tell by this creature, the Riveteers are supposed to be like
Iron workers.
yeah, the construction workers. They're like unionized labor.
They're like from Pittsburgh.
Sure. And Blitz is an alternative casting cost. So instead of casting this for 3 and a red, you can Blitz this for 2 and a red, in which case it comes down with haste.
Okay, so you can use it that turn.
And then at the end of the turn, you must sacrifice it.
Okay, got it. Good use of the word blitz.
Yes.
Cat servant.
I love this
cat,
art.
Cat citizen. Person being sworn in.
I think the art on Civil Servant is so funny. I love it.
Like Rudy's in the background. Being a meowy cat. Being a grumpy cat. An Adrian Broody, as we say. Have I told you that we say that to Rudy?
I don't think so.
We'll be like, Rudy, why are you being so Adrian Broody?
Sounds a little bit familiar.
I'm sure I brought it up when we watched Wes Anderson. I am so sorry. I need to tell you something really quick before I forget.
Yeah.
I now follow and get a bunch of content on Twitter from these like Degrassi like screenshot accounts.
Sure.
One of them I don't follow, but they get retweeted enough by the other accounts.
Yeah.
That I get it. And it's called Degrassi Hourly or Hourly Degrassi. And this account shows a lot of behind the scenes photos. And I'm going to send this to you right now, this photo. I'm going to text it to you.
Sure.
I got this photo today and it was like my brain broke slightly. And this is related to not just Degrassi, which is part of our podcast. It's related to something else. Okay, the picture is sending. I think you'll notice you might recognize some characters from Degrassi, but there's one other person that you will definitely recognize.
Yes.
Have you gotten the photo?
No. I have one eye on my phone. I'm waiting for it to come through.
Oh, it's coming.
Oh, here it comes. Okay, I'm looking at a group photo. Looks like a class photo. Is that a young Michael Cera?
Yeah.
Yes.
So apparently in 1999 to 2000, there was a Canadian sitcom called I Was a Sixth Grade Alien.
Oh, okay.
That had, so in that front row there, if you put it up to the, since you don't have a background on, can you put it up to the video quick? I'm gonna stop sharing for a second.
Oh, okay. That's not necessary, but thank you.
Okay, so in the front row there is the person who played Paige. The purple alien is the person who played JT, and the person in between them is the guy who played Sean. You will not be able to recognize this person, but in the very back, there's somebody who played Alex, who's the girl that Paige had a relationship with
Mm-hmm.
like their bisexual relationship. But Michael Cera is in this Boy Scouts outfit, and he looks like he uh is in friggin' Moonrise Kingdom.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah, it does look like that.
It's like, what is this outfit? Like
That's very funny.
anyway, I had to share this with you because my brain broke when I saw this.
Yeah.
Because of a couple reasons. The first is that it's disorienting to see these characters, but also they all look like JT looks exactly the guy who plays JT York looks exactly the same as he did in Degrassi,
Mm-hmm.
and everyone else looks 4 years younger.
Yeah.
And then Michael Cera's like the tiniest little friend. He's so small.
It's funny.
Okay. Thank you for this diversion.
Sure. No, thank you.
I thought
Yeah.
you'd really want to see Michael Cera in that little outfit.
I'm very happy to have seen it. Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, the whole premise of the show is literally just that the JT York character is in purple makeup and is like
Mm-hmm.
talks funny.
Yeah, he's a sixth grade alien. Yeah. That sounds
Okay.
classic.
So here's another one of the
Yeah.
riveters.
So this is a cycle. There's a Riveteers initiate and a Brokers initiate, and and so on.
Oh, it's funny that the cycle is just sort of like a base character, but I guess it makes sense.
Yep.
Oh, a jackhammer.
Some equipment.
What is this? What is the flavor happening here? Like in the image.
So part of the lore of this set is that there's a there has to be a resource that they're all after, right? That
Mm-hmm.
the families are grappling to control.
And it's not money
It's not and it's not just money. It's
or power.
it's like the equivalent of like oil or something, in our universe, and it's called Halo. And it's
HALO.
yeah. And it's basically just like magic energy, but it energy is not really the right word because it also like has matter or mass or
Physical form, yeah.
yeah. So like when you saw that bird like serving 3 drinks and the drinks
Yes.
look, he's like, it's also like something you can drink. Like he's like serving like,
So it's like
Halo
it's sort of like
teas.
alcohol slash gasoline.
It's sort of like they're all
slash magic.
bootleggers, yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
that's a good comparison, yeah.
But wait, what is this guy doing?
Oh, that guy back there?
Yeah.
I mean, he's probably I don't know, he's got blackmail plans or something. I thought you were asking about like the red like energy sparks and stuff.
Oh,
in
that also,
image.
I mean, I'm very glad to know this information.
Yeah.
Okay, so this person is Catwoman and she's just destroyed the Batmobile.
Very much so, yeah.
Oh, another fact I learned today, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Kenny tried to get Elliot to watch Beetlejuice, thinking he would definitely love Beetlejuice because Elliot just recently learned that they love the song Jump the Line by Harry Belafonte,
Mm-hmm.
which is, of course, famously in Beetlejuice.
All right.
And Elliot did not like Beetlejuice. Elliot got 20 minutes into Beetlejuice and got very scared.
Sure.
So instead, Kenny put on the Batman Lego movie,
Yeah.
which, do you know who voices Catwoman in the Batman Lego movie?
I'm sure I did at one point, but now I've forgotten.
It's Zoe Kravitz.
Oh, right. Yes.
And Kenny was like, I think maybe they cast her just because they knew she was going to be in this Batman. And I was like, this movie came out in 2017.
No.
And he was like, okay, yeah, it looks like it's just it's essentially happenstance. I was like, I do like the idea of her just like pushing her resume across
She's become
the table.
She's become a much bigger star in the intervening years. Like it makes sense for her to do that then and to do the real thing.
But it is funny.
now. Yeah, it's very funny.
And to bring this full around, do you know who plays Robin in that movie?
Yes, Michael Cera.
Yes.
Which is
especially funny.
I want to love that movie. I have a problem with some of the casting and some of the performances.
Oh, really? I only watched like half of it when I was sitting on the couch earlier.
I think Zach Galifianakis makes no sense.
Yeah, I agree with that. I didn't understand what was going on with that.
And I also don't really like what Michael Cera did to play Robin.
What, he did something to play Robin, or
No,
do you mean as playing
I'm
Robin?
talking about his performance. I mean,
Oh,
like,
I was like, who did he kill?
no, I don't think that he's a very good fit for.
That's fair.
I feel like I feel like there was a very shallow casting process
Yeah,
where it's
that makes
like,
sense. They
you,
really just tried. It feels like they just tried to get like the names that they could get,
sort of, yeah.
which for some things it works out really well,
Mm-hmm.
and then for others it doesn't. It has now started pouring. If I don't
Nice.
know if you can hear it,
No.
Kenny will be very happy about this because his allergies have been
Mm,
destroying him.
yeah.
Riveteer's decoy.
So this is a big Riveteers pack you've got going on here.
And it's so what are the colors of the Riveteers?
Uh, red, green, black.
Okay, so
So
here's this is the first green Riveteers we've seen.
yeah. So just real quick, each if you look at the color wheel,
Mm.
um,
Mm.
it yeah. So don't turn that around.
Yeah.
They're all consecutive. So since there's three per faction, each one is two enemy colors united by a common ally.
That's so interesting.
So the sort of central color of the Riveteers is red, and on either side of red is black and green.
I love the thought process there for that.
Yeah, I think I mean, there's two alternatives, right? You
Mhm.
either have, I mean, I guess you can mix and match, but if you're going to be consistent about it,
Yes.
so that they all have the same relationship, you either have all five, two enemies with a common ally, or
Hmm.
you have two allies with a common enemy.
Yeah.
And I think two allies with a common enemy is what they did in Ikoria, which
Hmm.
is no longer in standard, but it was not that long ago.
Yeah.
And so it was time to do this version instead.
Yeah, that makes sense. Well, let's see what's behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Obscura Ascendancy.
Yeah, so it won't surprise you that this is part of a cycle
Yes.
as well. There's an ascendancy for each faction, which is a rare enchantment. This is one that I happen to have in real life.
Nice. The art on this one is dope.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So,
And I like that the spirit token matches this.
Yeah. So this doesn't tell you what their signature mechanic is, but just to
Uh-huh.
tell you that you can see what the colors of the Obscura are. And the Obscura are supposed to be sort of like working in the shadows, collecting secrets, trading in information, like spies, sort of.
Okay. Let's see what's next. I like that the guy in the front looks like Thanos.
That's Ob Nixilis. He's one of the
Odd. His name is Odd. Ob.
Nixilis. He's one of the planeswalkers.
Okay, so an instant, mill two cards, and then you may return a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. Oh, that's nice because it doesn't have to be, it can just be any creature card from my graveyard. Cutthroat Contender. It's a creature, a vampire warrior. The fights may sometimes be rigged, but the front row spectators know the wounds are real. This is incredible art.
Mm-hmm.
I hope the person who did this also good hand. Like I know hands are hard to draw. Good hand. I was gonna say something, but I'm not going to. Good job with the hands.
Good job on those hands. Yeah.
Strangle deals 3 damage to target. Great. 3 damage for just one? That rules.
Yeah, I guess it's it doesn't say any target, so
Yeah.
You found the crocodile.
I love him.
Yeah.
He's a fat crocodile too. I feel like you can go 2 ways when you're making a crocodile. You can either do like real skinny or real fat, and I feel like they made him real fat, and I'm into that.
They made a heck and chonker, yeah.
Yeah. Illicit shipment. Is this supposed to be the like juice?
Yeah, that's probably full of Halo.
I love this angel. I
Mm-hmm.
love this like halo
Another
that looks like a
angel.
snowflake.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. So this is a vampire rogue. What is she holding? A skull?
I can't quite make that out. Yeah, I guess
I think it's like a skull with like a filter on its eyes.
it
Like not a
looks like
filter, but
it's lit from within,
yeah.
and yeah, it's as if it's revealing invisible ink on the parchment or something like that.
Nice. I'll have to teach Ellie about invisible ink.
Hmm.
They'll be way into that.
That's fun. Seeing a lot of green in this one.
Fake your own death. Instant. Oh, I love it. I love when you can have them return if they die.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like such a fuck you to anybody you're playing against
Yeah.
specifically.
Yeah.
This treasure token is also amazing. Look at that halo.
There are a lot of treasure tokens in this set.
Oh, just a citizen. Why is she doing a little dance?
Uh,
uh oh, this is interesting. Okay. Make disappear. Oh, another casualty one.
Counterspell. Very funny
High
art.
rise saw jack. So this is one of the riveteers on the
Another
green side.
another citizen.
I love the saw. Careers. Oh, another citizen. Oh, with a briefcase. Oh, wow. Okay. It seems excessive for that rainbow thing.
Yeah.
Wow. You know what the art? Have you watched much more Drawfee?
Only a little bit. Yeah.
This art looks very much like Julia's art.
Yeah. I know who you mean. Yeah.
Um I love this. It's so good. The fact that it looks like a playing card, like
Mm-hmm.
one of the like a jack or something or a queen.
Yeah.
Cool. That's good. I like that one.
Classic mill spell.
Love a an equipment that's a little dagger.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
Another angel.
Okay. Sticky finger.
An aura.
Oh my gosh, and it makes it really you can really mill treasure tokens with this one.
More treasure. Yeah.
I came in like a wrecking crew.
That's right.
I They built this neighborhood. They know its weak points. They know all the hiding places. When they come for you, they'll find you and bring the roof down on your head. Great.
Uh,
Sounds good.
yeah. So speaking of the Riveteers, I've got a few of these IRL.
I love this. Oh, I just heard thunder.
Ooh.
Psychic pickpocket.
So okay, so here's connive. So
Yeah,
connive is the signature mechanic of the Obscura. When a creature connives, you draw a card, then you discard a card, and if the card you discard is not a land, then that creature gets a +1/+1 counter on it.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's great. I think Elliot just got upset by the thunder. I just heard ah! And then like the stomping of somebody running in fear.
That should be that'll be okay.
Woo!
So this is something for the maestros.
This is so good.
Yeah.
It's like he's reflecting in the window.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god. Okay, so up to one target creature base power, toughness 1/1. Up to one target creature has base power and toughness of 4/4 until end of turn. Then hostile takeover deals 3 damage to each creature. Jesus.
So part of the lore of what happens in this set is that
Oh, 1 second.
oh
Kenny, are you okay? Okay. Okay, he's just shutting the door.
Okay. Is that Ob Nixilis, the planeswalker I mentioned before?
Yeah.
He kills Lord Xander, who is the
How's
head,
that spelled?
like the Buffy character.
Like Alexander. Yeah.
Yeah. Who is the head of the Maestros.
Nice.
So hostile takeover. This is a reference to, okay, this is a Maestros card, but here's this image of Ob Nixilis
That's
as
amazing.
if he's taken control of them.
I love that card.
It's pretty cool.
I will say, I don't normally when I'm watching these, when I'm looking at these cards, I have a sense of like the sort of deck I'd like to build.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't with these yet.
Yeah.
What have you built any decks yet?
Not in Arena. We did the pre-release last week,
Yes.
and since it's a faction set, they do the pre-release boxes in factions. So
Right, because otherwise that would be no fun.
You choose your faction, and what it means is inside a normal pre-release box, there's 6 draft boosters, and inside one of these faction boxes, there's 5 normal draft boosters and 1 special pack, which is like hand selected specific to the faction cards. I chose the Riveteers, and Dana chose the Cabaretti, and Andrew got the Obscura. And Andrew is never going to play at home, and so he always leaves his cards with us. And I do with them as I see fit. And so in real life, I've built a Riveteers deck and an Obscura deck.
Nice.
And Dana has built a Cabaretti deck.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. Case the Joint, incredible card. Very funny.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
I like the association between the Obscura and cephalid creatures.
Yeah.
Octopus people.
Now we're playing with portals.
Yep.
As long as an enchanted creature is attacking alone, it can't be blocked. Okay. Ooh, here's Catwoman again.
So that's a look at a different treasure token art.
Ooh, yes. And there are the brass knuckles on that treasure chest.
Mm-hmm.
I love this luxuriating lady. She's so happy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I do love a bird creature.
Yeah. I'm partial to them as well.
The connive is I'm realizing a very funny mechanic name.
Mm-hmm.
Like when Echo Inspector enters the battlefield, it connives.
It connives, yeah.
It is funny to me that, I mean, yeah, I guess these cards aren't gendered, but Chaldaya Strongarm, love this lady.
Yeah, another green Riveteers creature.
This is a good one for Blitz. Because this is one where I could see, like, if you don't like, this would be a good one that you to use Blitz for, because you would get a long-term benefit.
Right. Then it costs 1 less.
Yeah. Arc Splitter.
Yeah, so this is or Arc Spitter actually.
Spitter, sorry.
Yeah. So this is obviously one answer to the question of like, well, we got to have guns, but we can't have guns, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, not only because it's a fantasy thing, but because like it's a game aimed at children as well as adults.
Yeah.
And so it's like, we're not going to put gun. So like, how do we make something that's like obviously like a type of gun, but it's also like far away enough from being a gun that it's not a gun?
Remember when Elliot used to call guns boomers?
Yeah, sure.
I miss that.
Okay, boomer.
Don't try to cut in. They'll cut back.
Very funny.
Ballroom Brawls attacks and up to one other target creature in both game. First try. Oh, that's cool. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
What is she holding?
That's a good question. It sort of looks like it's shaped like a harp, but I don't see strings.
And it also looks like there's maybe something like in it, like
Hmm.
like that blue square.
Might be a weapon.
Yeah. Oh, boring.
Well,
Got plenty of those.
yeah.
Oh, I'm skipping ahead to this one. Why are there just fish?
There's a there's a preponderance of fish. Uh, so okay, so I actually I have an issue with this card.
Why?
There's some I would argue some bad flavor here.
Okay.
In my opinion, it is not okay to call a card exotic pets
Uh-huh.
and it has this image
Uh-huh.
and it's not a creature.
Yes,
That to
that's
me
fair.
that to me is kind of a fuck up. Sarah says I used the fish to my benefit playing against Dana. That's right.
You use the fish to my benefit.
Sarah uh, Sarah got the brokers and Park got the maestros, if I'm remembering correctly.
Did did you all try to get different factions? Like did you get one of each when you guys were playing?
I bought one of each, yeah,
Yeah, that's what I'm
and I
saying.
and
Then
I
did
was
you randomly decide who got which one or did you all pick?
we picked we sort
Okay.
of we went with we tried to go with preference. Andrew, got Andrew was nice enough to say like, oh, I'll take whatever's left.
Leftover since I'm actually
So
keeping it.
yeah,
Yeah.
so he's the one who picked the least, but
Yeah.
basically everyone got something based on their preference.
That's cool. I
Yeah,
like this gathering throng. These are like very flappery.
and by the way, just what a thrill that there are five of us
Yes, how perfect.
and one perfection. It was an added delight.
So this is the flavor on this card is pro polyamory.
Hmm.
Maestro, here's our Maestro's initiate.
Yeah,
Uh Clean blade. Okay, nerd. Broken wings.
this is a,
Destroying.
this is
Okay.
a reprint. You won't recognize the art, but you might recognize the
Yes, I do.
yeah.
New flavor too. That's
Hmm.
fun.
Yeah,
Backstreet Bruiser.
another cephalid.
Oh, that's cool.
Hmm.
Some shoes.
Yeah, so it's not brass knuckles, but there's cement shoes, which is pretty
That's
good.
very good.
I've not worked out the use for this.
Um, it has 3/3, and at the beginning of your end step, tap this creature, and then it doesn't untap during its controller untap step.
So I guess what I haven't given this enough thought to how you would use it. I guess maybe you since it's an equipment you can move it around, right? So
Mm-hmm.
you could get the advantage of the +3/+3 if you have the mana to do it. You can equip it to one creature for the benefit, and then later equip it to a different creature.
And you can't equip this to
You couldn't equip
you.
it to an opponent's
Yeah,
creature.
I was gonna say you can't equip equipment to opponents. Yeah. Yeah. That's weird.
Maybe it would make for like good synergy with Blitz if you had the mana to like blitz a creature,
Yeah.
put the cement shoes on it, and then well, it's going to go away anyway. And so
Yeah. Huh.
anyway,
Yeah. Otherwise, it's just like annoying.
that's right.
After the attack on Ventilone, the fragile balance of power shattered completely and the city descended into chaos. Why does this look like they're on a pirate ship?
It does, yeah, kind of.
Destroy all artifacts.
Yeah.
Wow. Um, okay, let's see. Okay, this again. Here's the Batmobile.
Hmm.
Is this supposed to look like the like a rhyhorn, like a rhino beetle?
So in one of the videos that I watched about the making of this set, they said that in the planning design phase, whatever they call it, they played with the idea that like big bugs were going to stand in for cars.
Okay, so yes, I am getting the correct rhinoceros beetle vibe.
Yes.
Oh, this is the first time we've seen the word brokers come up.
Hmm.
Um, and this is another shield counter. Social climber. Oh, a druid. I love the art on this one. Holy shit.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite art pieces in the
Shout out
set.
to Carly Mazer.
Great work.
Gilded pinions. That's cool.
Hmm.
That's cool. Wingshield agent.
Another broker's creature. Or, yeah, that's right. Yeah. I second guessed myself for a second.
Yeesh.
Stimulus package.
And ooh, look at that face.
Yep.
When obscure interceptor enters the battlefield, it connives.
Hmm.
Ready? Oh, incriminate.
Yep. Interesting
Oh, I
removal.
love it when they make you choose.
Yep.
You make somebody else choose something.
Hmm.
Another dual land. This
Yep.
one is also cool.
Hmm.
Revelation of power. Look at this like shadow, this bird shadow in the background.
Pretty cool.
It's just 2/2 buff. Ready to rumble.
Hmm.
Nice. Glamour thief.
It's a commander for the maestros.
Wow. Rogues Gallery, very good.
Very funny.
Scheming Fence.
Hmm.
Choose a non-land permanent. Activated abilities of the chosen permanent except for loyalty abilities. Huh. Okay. Fine.
It's sort of a copycat mechanic.
Yeah. Love an assassin.
Hmm.
Flying and death touch. That rules.
Yep.
Join the maestros. Oh, this is cute. Look, he's like helping him get his little suit
Yeah,
on.
he's going to the tailor.
We're a family now, big guy. This rules. Majestic Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
New Capenna's statues hold old Capenna's secrets.
Neat. Neat
Yeah,
art.
that's good. Glittering stockpile.
More treasure.
Maestro's ascendancy.
So there you go. That's your second ascendancy.
Yeah. Civic gardener. Aw, he's just an old man
Another citizen.
attacking you with his shears. Oh, the waterfront district.
Another dual
That's a
land.
cool. That's a good one with the halo.
Yeah.
Ceremonial groundbreaker.
And equipment for citizen tribal.
Did I ever tell you about my ex-boyfriend digging a hole his like senior year of high school?
I don't recall.
So my ex-boyfriend Dustin, um, in his mom's backyard with his friend Scott, they did so many shenanigans, and I guess maybe it was their junior year. This was before I knew Dustin. Um, they decided that they were going to dig a hole in their backyard,
Hmm.
like a large hole,
Sure.
and I cannot believe that his mother like supported this because she seems like somebody who's not fun. But they had a groundbreaking ceremony
Hmm.
and they had spray painted a shovel gold, like one of these little hand shovels.
Sure.
Was why I reminded it because it was like, only this long.
Yeah.
And there was a speech that they read. And the reason I learned about all of this was because his mom had cross stitched them a golden shovel like memorial thing, like
Sure.
cross stitch that she had framed.
Yeah.
And I saw it one day and I was just like, what the fuck is this? But they dug, I think, a good 6 feet down before they hit water and the hole flooded.
Wow.
And they had to fill in the hole. That was one of their summer projects as
Men
17-year-olds.
men love to dig holes.
Yeah, I saw a TikTok the other day about a dude who's like, I've just been digging this hole. And like, I was like, what is with you people?
Yeah, there was something that came across my Twitter recently that I shared with the local friend group here. That was a woman writing all about like how do I deal with my boyfriend who like all he does is work on digging his hole.
Yeah, he was like, I saw that too. And
Yeah.
it was like, she was like, I didn't mind at first, but now he doesn't do anything
Yeah, he
else.
doesn't
And
have a
like,
social life. Yeah.
he had like put some furniture in there, if I'm remembering correctly.
And she's like
I,
worried about the structural integrity, like it might be dangerous as
he's
well
like,
as
he doesn't know how to dig a hole.
yeah.
Oh God. Ooh,
She
cool.
got one of the tri-lands, very good.
The park like cabaret grounds offers rest, food, and the perfect place to shake off a tail.
Yeah, I guess in all, yeah, so far we have seen the least of the cabaret, I feel like.
Yes. Well, here's one. Antagonize. Ooh, that's a huge buff.
Yeah.
The little guy had guts at least. You can see him right there between those cobbles.
So
Glunk.
so if you'll go, we already looked at Social Climber, but if you'll give that another look.
Mm-hmm.
So Alliance is the signature mechanic of the cabaret, and this is basically just a flavor word for a triggered ability.
Yeah,
It's the effect is different every time, but the cause is when another creature enters the battlefield under your
I see.
control. That's what Alliance is shorthand for.
That's cool. Okay.
Even though they spell it out every time, and so it's more passive than the other signature mechanics.
Mm-hmm. Cabaret charm.
This is not surprisingly part of a cycle. There's a charm per faction.
Creatures you control get 1/1. Create 2/1/1 green and white citizen. Okay. Crew captain. Oh, she's cool.
Yeah.
Look at her carrying that little eye beam there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, another one.
Nice. Two in a row.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, this is a good pack. Chrome cat. I always say if it's breathing, it's lying. Luckily, my friend here does neither.
It's sort of the opposite of a lying cat.
Oh, here's the art from our background.
Yeah, so this is an interesting cycle. This is a different kind of land. There's one per faction. This one is so when you put this down, you immediately sacrifice it,
Mm-hmm.
and then you search for a basic swamp, mountain, or forest, and because those are the three for the riveteers, and then
Nice.
yeah,
That's very useful.
yeah, they've done a lot, and I mean like a lot in this set to make it possible
To play
to
with
build with
tricolor
three, even if
decks.
you're doing like limited instead of constructed.
Yeah. Revel Ruiner.
Yeah.
Real Debbie Downer over here.
So,
Glamorous Outlaw?
so speaking of doing a lot, so this is a really interesting cycle. So
Okay.
each faction has one of these creatures that says the thing that is down there at the bottom, where for two colorless, you
Yeah.
can exile it from your hand, and then one of your lands basically becomes a tri-land for that faction's three colors.
Oh, cool.
And then later, you can cast this creature from exile, which basically undoes the tri-land thing.
Yeah,
So they each one has like a really high casting cost, but if you have it in your hand like turn 2, then you can exile it for that mana ability.
that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, another fish.
another fish maker.
Expendable lackey.
Yeah,
Cement shoes again. And brazen upstart.
cabaret creature.
Nice. Trust me, you want to deal with me. My associate's much less pleasant. Okay. Woo!
A commander for the cabaret.
And she's got a just a German Shepherd. Like that is just a German Shepherd.
She makes it so that you can have as many cats or dogs as you please.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Shattered Seraph.
So that's the Obscura entry in the cycle I was just telling you about.
Extract the truth. Nice. Knockout blow. Subsequent effort to deconstruct this facility will be punished with increasing severity. Oh, and that's funny. It only costs one if you're targeting a red creature.
Yeah, that's a cycle as well.
Errant street artist. A Banksy over here.
Yeah.
Oh, Kenny's gonna be so happy. It's pouring so hard.
Nice.
Slip out the back. 2/7.
Yep.
Cemetery
Yeah.
tampering.
So this is part of a cycle as well. So each
Okay.
instead of each faction, each of the 5 colors has an enchantment with hideaway. Which is, if I remember correctly from a video I watched, I did not remember this, but apparently hideaway is not a new mechanic.
Oh,
It's an old one that they brought back from Lorwyn, I think I remember them saying, which is like when I was playing as a teenager.
oh wow.
Yeah,
Okay, very old then.
yeah,
Might as well be new.
basically, yeah.
Okay. Deal gone bad. Ooh, yikes.
Fun.
Obscure. Oh, here's another initiate.
Mm-hmm.
They're required to bring a gift of information. That's cool. That sounds like this flavor text sounds like the basis for like a movie, like a
Mm-hmm.
high school movie.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, this is also related to a previous episode of the Smug Buds.
Yeah.
The movie Crush that's on Netflix.
Yeah.
Have you heard about this movie?
Mm,
Or it's on Hulu.
maybe.
It's a queer teen rom-com.
Mm-hmm.
It's very funny. I watched it already.
Okay.
But one of the, not the main protagonist, but one of the other 2 leads is played by the voice of Moana,
Oh,
who has come out as bisexual recently. And she plays a bisexual person in the movie.
neat.
But it's one of those things where, besides the fact that it's just like, it's like a good fun movie. You know what I mean? Like it's a
Yeah.
good fun rom-com. I'm not asking too much out of this movie, but it hits the mark. Megan Mullally plays the mom, which is, she's always a delight.
Sure.
But it's also like, oh man, they just made a queer movie. Like they just made a queer movie. Like,
Yeah.
it's cool.
Yeah. It's good to see that.
Jewel thief, love a cat thief.
Cat Rogue.
More treasure flavor that we haven't seen yet.
Love to see it.
Call in a professional.
Good name.
It is really exploding back there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and this doesn't, shield counters don't work here.
Right.
Nice. I got Elspeth.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. So this is the white planeswalker. I'm vaguely aware that part of the lore of the set is that currently New Capenna is run by these demons, but once upon a time, like its origin was it was a city founded by angels. And I don't know the whole story of Elspeth, but apparently, going back a ways, the story of Elspeth is that she's a planeswalker who was like held in captivity, maybe born in captivity or something, because she doesn't know where she's from.
Oh
And
wow.
part of the story of this set is her discovering that this is where she's from, that this is her like home world.
Man, can you imagine like really liking this character for a long time and then this being the reveal for this character in the set?
It's interesting, yeah.
Um, Also the like bottom action you can take with her is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay, one more.
Uno mas.
Okay, we got some new stuff. Good. Witness protection.
Hey,
Very
you
good.
got brass knuckles.
Yes, in the last
That's
moment.
perfect. That's what I wanted you to see.
When you cast the spell, copy it. The copy becomes a token. And it gives you double strike. That rules. This
But
rules.
you need two equipment for it to have double strike. So it's
Oh.
like it's wearing both brass knuckles.
Oh my God.
Right?
It's so good.
Yeah, it's very funny.
Corrupt court official. Very good.
Classic.
Wait, what does this do?
Discard.
Discard a card. Crooked custodian. It's like Cleopatra's in there.
Sure.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Bouncers beat down. This guy looks like a douchebag.
Yeah. So that says if it targets a black permanent. So it's like the other one we were looking at.
Brass knuckles and rabble rousing.
Sure. Oh, another hideaway enchantment. Oh, very cool.
Oh,
I don't think I saw any of those in all the packs that we opened last week. We didn't come. I think I was about to say we didn't come across any planeswalkers, but that's not true. I think Sarah got Elspeth
oh, really?
in real life, but I don't think that we came across any of the hideaway cycle enchantments. And I don't think that we came across any of the demon lords, which I guess we haven't today yet either.
Do you see how this card functions?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I know I have no packs to open. I'm trying to stop the share. Okay.
Okay.
So do you wanna switch over?
Yeah, I've just booted up my own game, so let's try this. I just need to make this look decent for the stream. You're seeing it, right?
Yes.
Okay. So I think I'll put that there, and then we are going to go right alongside it. And I'm going to stretch this down to here, out to the right, and up. And yeah, that's about as good as that's going to get.
Nice.
Okay, so I'm going to start by going to Mastery.
Here we go. Here we go.
I've got, oops, I didn't mean to go to the store from there. I meant to just show you. So without spending any real world money, I've got 3620 gems. And the Mastery Pass costs 3,400. So for
Here
the
we
first time,
go.
I'm going to click this button and let's see what happens. 3,400, please. Are you sure? Yes. Okay.
You got a pet.
So I've got a pet. I'm going to set this as default. And I wanted to do a little more than that, but that's fine. And okay, so I've got 4 mastery orbs. So we've got a track per. I might spend these after I've opened some packs,
Yeah.
so I know best how to spend them. And then let's come over here to packs. And then, okay, so I've got a few Kamigawa packs. Let's just speed through these. Uh, okay, I guess when I selected open all, and so it's just showing me the rares that I got.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, so I got this one, and this one, and this one. We've been there, done that, as they say. Okay, I'll go ahead and open these one by one, and then probably get some more, right?
Nice.
Okay, Dapper Shield Mate. Seen it, seen it. Got a dual land. Seen this, seen that. And the rare is the Workshop War Chief.
Our buddy, our rhino buddy.
A green Riveteers creature, 5/3 trample. When it enters, you gain 3 life. When it dies, create that token. And you can blitz it, but interestingly, the blitz cost is higher than the normal casting cost. Presumably because you stand to benefit from it dying. So, kind of neat. What else we got? Seen it, Body Dropper. This is good synergy for. So this is black and red, and it's good synergy for both Maestros and Riveteers, because this gets stronger as you sacrifice other creatures.
Ah, I see.
And the Maestros have casualty, which means sacrificing creatures. But then also on the Riveteer side, when you blitz a creature, at the end of the turn, it doesn't just die, you sacrifice it.
Right.
So
okay.
that also triggers this. We've seen that. Here's the Cabaretti card in that weird exile cycle.
That guy looks real friendly.
Mm-hmm.
The guy on the right.
Yeah. Very welcoming. They're welcoming you to the party. Celebrity Fencer.
That is not a fencing sword.
Well, but still, she's regardless of what she's holding, she's a celebrity fencer.
Yeah.
We saw this. Here's the Broker's Charm.
It looks more like a wax seal, but okay. Ooh.
And I got
Sorry, man.
Void Rend. Destroy target non-land permanent. The spell can't be countered. A good removal spell. Paragon of Modernity. Witness Protection. This is a very funny card, which I know you just got, but it was overshadowed by the appearance of Brass Knuckles.
Brass Knuckles, yeah. That's right.
We saw this Gold Hound.
Ooh.
This is a dog, which is also itself treasure.
That's funny.
We got Whack. This card is whack. This card is literally whack. And we got Tenacious Underdog. So it's a black Riveteers creature.
More Brass Knuckles.
You may cast it from your graveyard using its Blitz ability, which also costs you life as well as. So this is another card that has a higher Blitz cost.
I'm so curious.
The normal casting cost.
Like when the artists are working on their art for these cards, because there's so many artists, it feels like.
Yep.
Like, do they just get the assignment, or like, do they talk to each other?
The artists?
Yeah, I mean,
they definitely get the assignment, and I think that they also get, like part of the development of a set is they have artists working on a kind of like style guide, I think.
Yeah.
So there's art that we may never see that is just made to be like, this is the vibe. This is what should inspire you. This is sort of what the whole thing looks like. So I think that's how they manage to give wizards what they're looking for.
I'm so curious about that.
Attended socialite. Here's an alliance mechanic. Glittermonger. He creates
All that
treasure.
glitter mongers is gold.
Yeah. We saw this tainted indulgence.
Mm.
So this is there's sort of a there's sort of an additional mechanic in this set that it doesn't have like a signature keyword, but there are plenty of cards in this set that say like as long as there are 5 or more mana values among cards in your graveyard. It's not just
Mm-hmm.
this card, it's like a bunch of them.
Oh, that's interesting.
And I got the Maestro's Diabolist, 1/4 Death Touch and Haste. Whenever it attacks, if you don't control a devil token, create this devil token.
I love the flavor for this because it seems like this isn't what the flavor should be.
Mm-hmm.
Like it feels like the flavor should be whatever he says after this.
Mm-hmm. Where did I find my horned friend? Now there's a story worth telling. Pretty cool. So just to tell you what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
I already told you what 3 sets we are already using IRL in the house. I don't mean sets, I mean factions.
Yes.
So that just leaves the brokers and the maestros.
Mm-hmm.
So those are the 2 that I'm kind of most interested in using in arena for variety's
Yeah, that makes
sake.
sense.
But also I'm especially looking for something like this, which is a potential commander.
Mm-hmm.
Because what I kind of want to get into is I kind of want to make like a really competitive brawl deck and start dabbling in like playing some ranked brawl games.
Yeah, I know I've said this before, but I really like it seems silly to me how much I prefer it. I really
Mm-hmm.
like Brawl
Yeah.
compared to regular standard games.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe it's because there's less in my mind, there's less pressure to balance a deck with the number of cards that are the same
Yeah.
because it's just all different. But yeah, I really like Brawl. I think I like the higher health cost. I feel like it gives me a little bit more wiggle room.
Yeah. This is a reprint. Fairy Vandal is back.
What does it say? It's not legal. Oh, in just one of the formats.
Yeah.
What's Immortal Sun?
I'm not familiar with that. Okay, so I got the green hideaway enchantment.
Yeah.
Fight rigging. So hideaway 5 means when it enters, look at the top 5 cards of your library, exile 1 face down, put the rest on the bottom. And at the beginning of combat on your turn, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Then if you control a creature with power 7 or greater, you may play the exiled card without paying its mana cost.
Cool.
Not bad.
When you said, you know how I sent you that tweet where it was like a bunch of crabs or what was it? It was something and it just said like, I don't need to know about that. And I was like, I heard this in your voice.
Mm-hmm.
That when you just said just now, I don't know about that in terms of the Immortal Sun thing. That was the tone I heard.
Yeah.
You say that and we were like, I don't need to know about this. This isn't my problem.
For sure.
Woo!
Choo Choo. We got the Capenna Express. We got the Rumor Gatherer.
Right.
With the
We had a conversation in our chat about this because I was trying to decide if she was very large or if the animals were very small. Will said, well, the plants are normal sized. And I said, well, clearly if this is her place, if they're visiting her, then her plants would be proportional to her body. But we later learned that these are essentially like projection.
Well, I entertained the idea that the animals in this art are just astral projections of real regular sized animals, and then I heard somebody from Wizards in a video refer to these as like teacup animals. Like
Oh,
the
okay. But they
citizens
are
of the
glowy.
city have pets that are teacup versions of animals. So I think that they're real physical forms. I got Jetmir's Garden,
Nice.
Cabaret Triland, Security Bypass, got Hold for Ransom. We got Murder,
Oh, yeah, classic.
classic. Got For the Family, Elegant Entourage,
That's wonderful, that card.
Syndicate Infiltrator, and I got a rare vehicle, the Unlicensed Hearse, for 2. Tap, exile up to 2 target creatures from a single graveyard. Crew 2, Unlicensed Hearse's power and toughness are equal to the number of cards exiled with it.
Huh.
Kind of neat. Could be good in like a mill deck situation, something like that. Seen it. We got the Mayhem Patrol. Seen it. Been there, done that. Oh, I got
Ooh, very
the
good.
Riveteers Triland. Got this dual land. Seen it. Got Out of the Way. And a rare wild card. I'll take it. I need more of those. Okay, so this is clearly the best of the initiates.
Yes.
Now there's a fellow who knows how to have a good time, says the flavor text. Got this guy, got this cat.
I very briefly thought that you were just saying that, which is also something that you would just say.
Here's Graveyard Shift and Luxurious Libation. And excellent art on this rare. Shadow of Mortality. It costs 15 mana.
Jesus.
If your life total is less than your starting life total, this spell costs X less to cast, where X is the difference.
Oh, okay. So if you like lost a bunch of health.
If you assuming you're playing a standard game, you started with 20 and you're at 7 life, then this costs 2 black.
2.
And that's the minimum that it could cost.
That's cool.
Yep, and it's a 7/7 creature. Got the Plasma Jockey.
Mm-hmm.
Seen it. Definitely seen it. Got the Illuminator Virtuoso. A Conniver.
I'm realizing that with the way that the art is for that one, they could not have called it Ominous Package.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. We got Patch Up.
Oh, that guy looks like he's not actually going to make me feel better. Or it's like he makes me feel better, but what he had to do was like reset my bone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So like in the end, I'm going to be fine, but it's not like he didn't have good bedside manner.
Right. Yeah, that's rough. Anyway, we saw this rare. We talked about it.
Did I talk about that? I think that woman looks like Scully.
No, but that's
You know
funny.
who I'm talking about? What is her name?
Gillian Anderson.
Yeah, doesn't she look like Gillian Anderson?
Yeah, I can see that. But it's funny because she's holding a skull. So, got this one. Got Fatal Grudge.
Oh man, that's not going to end well for either of them, I think.
Take to the Streets.
This is about unionizing.
Yeah, it's about citizens. And we also saw
this guy again.
among your packs.
This guy seems like he looks like a jerk.
Huh. Got this one. Vampire Scrivener. No one remains on her list for long.
Mm-hmm.
And okay, so I got this ascendancy,
Nice.
the
I love
Rivetier's
this.
ascendancy. Great art. Whenever you sacrifice a creature, you may return target creature card with lesser mana value from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. Do this only once each turn. So, designed to work with Blitz mostly. Oop. Did I run out? I guess I ran out.
You're like, open more packs. And they were like, buy them.
That's
But
right.
look, you can buy 15 all at once if you want.
And I just might, yeah.
They were
Can't,
finally like, this is not encouraging people to buy gems.
yeah.
They will just click through it.
Mm-hmm. So notice, okay, so they've added mythic packs.
Yes, I noticed that right before we started because I was like, I was like, did the price of these go up? And then I was like, no, this is different.
Yeah. Don't have a lot of info on that, but
You want me to Google it? Well,
it seems self-explanatory.
does
What
it?
I think it's like a guaranteed there's a mythic rare in there, but why don't you look it up and I'm going to take another look at the mastery tree right now. So at this,
It guarantees you're mostly right. It guarantees a mythic rare or wild card.
okay. Okay, so rare commander on this level, ascendancy on this level, uh, uncommon commander on this level. Okay, I do like the avatars. Um, and then on this level you get the what do you call it? What I'm calling the exile cycle.
Mm.
Alternate art, or card style, as they call it. Well, I think I am going to need these two avatars at least.
Yeah.
So I need to start here. And yep, thank you very much. Then I'm going to go for this avatar.
Our good friend.
Going to go ahead and set default on that right now. And why not? I'm also going to get the broker leader. Falco Spara, Pact Weaver. Fun. All right, so that's my mastery orbs taken care of. So, yeah. I guess, well, I've got 40,000 gold.
Yeah, you got some room there.
I don't want to spend all of it,
Uh-huh.
but I do want to open some more packs. So I'll just go with this for right now, rather than the mythic version.
Yeah.
All right, shall we do 15 more?
Yeah.
And then see where we're at after that? We got Buy Your Silence,
Nice.
Exhibition Magician, very hard name to say,
Mm-hmm.
Freelance Muscle.
Love it.
I love the proliferance of rhinos in this set. We got Professional Facebreaker. 2/3 human warrior with menace. Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure token. Sacrifice a treasure, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn.
Nice.
Seen all these commons, seen that. Hey, okay. So we got Lord Xander.
There he is. Not dead yet.
Not dead yet. He's a 6/6 legendary vampire demon noble. When he enters the battlefield, target opponent discards half the cards in their hand rounded down. Whenever he attacks, defending player mills half their library rounded down.
Oh my God.
And when he dies, target opponent sacrifices half the non-land permanents they control rounded down.
More like Lord Half-Life, am I right?
You're not wrong. I can't deny that. Yeah, I'm gonna have to consider the possibility of maybe making a brawl deck with this as the commander. It's very high cost. It costs 7,
Yeah, but worth it.
but it may be worth it. Let's see what else. We got Rooftop Nuisance. Oh, okay. So I think, if I'm not mistaken, I know I have this card IRL. I think this might have been
Mhm.
the first rare I pulled in the first pack that I opened.
Yeah.
So this is an equipment where equipped creature gets +1/+1 for each counter on it.
Hmm.
And you have the option to equip a creature with it for 3, but you can also equip a planeswalker for 1. And if you equip a planeswalker, then it isn't a planeswalker, it is a creature in addition to its other types, and its loyalty abilities can still be activated.
Wow.
So
Has
if
that ever happened before?
I don't think so. I mean, there's that werewolf planeswalker who one of her abilities is she becomes a creature
Right.
temporarily. But this is pretty unique as far as I know.
Hmm.
And basically, what this means is that, if you have a planeswalker and it has loyalty 5,
Yeah.
then it has. Am I understanding this correctly? Equipped
That
permanent.
seems right to me.
I guess I'm questioning myself. My assumption was that Planeswalker has 5 loyalty counters on it.
Hmm.
And so if you equip it with this, then it becomes a 5/5 creature.
That's my assumption.
That would
That was
be
what I assumed when you read it.
that would be my assumption as well. But I'm unclear on if loyalty counters are actually a thing.
Yeah.
But it seems like that's why this card would work. And that's why
It
that was my
seems
assumption.
very cool.
It's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I got Sky Crier. I got the Masked Bandits.
Is that a raccoon?
Yeah, it's a
That's
raccoon rogue.
that's really cute, Will.
Yep. And they are the Riveteers entry in the Exile cycle. I've seen these other cards. I got another Facebreaker. Prize Fight. Don't think we've seen that one. Classic, one creature fights another, but this one
Yeah,
creates a
nice.
treasure token. Oh yeah, you got this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, so interesting detail in this card. It says when it connives this way, return up to 1 target spell to its owner's hand.
Hmm.
Keyword is spell. I don't know if you remember a card. It was banned a little while ago,
Yeah.
called Divide by Zero.
Yes, I do. Yes.
So Divide by Zero could return a spell to its owner's hand, which means um, this has flash, right? So you can
Yeah.
play this as an instant. So it's a card is a spell when it's still on the stack.
Hmm.
So it's like when you would play a counter spell,
Right. Okay.
but you're not countering it, you're just returning it to its owner's hand. So instead of going to the graveyard like it
Yeah,
normally would if it were truly countered. But
that's
that's the
funny.
moment. It's not returning a permanent. You can't return something that's already on the battlefield.
Yeah.
So there's a very particular moment when that card is most useful. Okay. I think we've seen all these except for Scuttling Butler and
Very alien shapes there.
yes. Um, this looks almost like a Boston Dynamics sort of the robots. You're the only reason to be aware of them is because there's video after video after video of like this robot that sort of looks like a dog or a horse. Look at it fall over. Like
Yes.
here's a compilation.
Yes, it looks like that.
Yeah, the
Yes.
legs make it look like that. Anyway, the rare is the Cabaretti Ascendancy. So
Amazing.
between the two of us, I think we've seen 4 out of the 5 Ascendancies.
Yeah.
Excuse me. Okay, we got Corpse Appraiser, an uncommon Maestro's creature. And, oh, speaking of Ascendancies,
Yeah.
I
Look at
think I
them.
think this might be the 5th one that we hadn't seen.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes, because we haven't seen this one.
yeah, so that's perfect. What else? What else? Seeing those commons. Got Brass Knuckles, which is nice.
Hmm.
We got the Pugnacious Pugilist,
Yeah,
uh,
look at that guy.
who creates devil tokens. And another vehicle, the Mysterious Limousine, for 3 and 2 white. It's
What
a
are those doors that go up like this called?
yeah, I don't know if I know what they're called.
They have a name.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't remember. I associate it with the DeLorean, but that doesn't answer your question.
Yeah, let's see. Google knew. Scissor doors. No,
Hmm. I don't
that's
think
not it.
I don't like that.
That's not what they are though. I Googled cars on doors that go up and
Cars on doors that go up.
but they're talking about it being a normal hinge but going
Mm-hmm.
up
Right.
instead of like a top hinge.
Yep.
Oh, there is here. I found 11 unconventional car doors as this gull wing. No, this isn't it. Suicide. They're called suicide doors. That's right.
Okay, I don't care for that. Whenever Mysterious Limousine enters the battlefield or attacks, exile up to one other target creature until Mysterious Limousine leaves the battlefield. If a creature is put into exile this way, return each other creature exiled with Mysterious Limousine to the battlefield under its owner's control.
Well, the rest of this list is like canopy doors, falcon wing doors, swan doors, and then they just have sliding doors, and it's literally just a picture of a minivan.
That's unconventional.
Like, just make it 10. You didn't need
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. We got an offer you can't refuse.
Nice.
Classic name. We got the Hypnotic Grifter.
Ooh.
Pretty good 1-drop. And we got Endless Detour. So this is a Broker's Instant. Fun fact about this card. You know how during preview season they get a whole bunch of partners, like third-party partners,
Yeah.
to reveal the cards.
Mm-hmm.
This card was revealed by Aaron Hansen.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad he gets to do stuff like this. I'm so
Yeah.
happy. I'm just so happy for the life he has.
Yeah. I would say I'm more jealous than happy. But sure. Yeah. The so here they're using the word spell again, but it's
Hmm.
not exclusive this time. It's an or. Uh, the owner of target spell, non-land permanent, or card in a graveyard puts it on the top or bottom of their library. So there's a lot of ways to use this.
Yeah.
You could use this to get your own card back from the
Hmm.
graveyard and use it again, or you could use this to try and screw over your opponent.
As one does.
That's the name of the game. Oh, hey, it's our friend from the welcome screen.
Hmm.
Speakeasy server.
I love him.
Yeah, he's great. Bird citizen. We
He's like,
got.
I'm just trying to work, you know?
He's doing his job. He's doing his thing, and he does it. He does it well, and not to mention stylishly. Let's see. What he says is, "Whatever ails you, friends, this will cure it for tonight, and leave you with a little inspiration for tomorrow."
Inspiration for tomorrow.
We got Rob the Archives,
Nice.
and we got the Errant Street Artist.
Yeah, there we go.
So you got this, but we hardly talked about it. This
Hmm.
this is this is very specific. Um,
Yes.
you have to be very precise about how and when you use this. It says you can tap it, and for 1 and a blue, copy target spell you control that wasn't cast. You may choose new targets for the copy. So I think what they had in mind when they wrote this
Hmm.
was they meant this to be used primarily when you are using the casualty mechanic
Mm.
and you copy a spell with casualty. So the copied spell is a spell you control that wasn't cast
Because it was created.
because it was copied.
Yeah.
So you can essentially triple the original spell if you use casualty to double it, and then you also use this creature's ability to copy the copy.
Yeah, that seems like something I would screw up.
Yeah, I
Like
probably.
by screw up, I literally mean that I would set everything up and then just click the wrong button. And you'd be like, oh, well, you almost had me. You would have won if only you had actually played the game correctly.
Yep, I've been there. Here's a reprint of Disdainful Stroke.
Nice.
Here's Forge Boss.
Oh, that guy's funny.
Forge Boss.
Yeah, he's wearing a fucking suit.
Well, there's a lot of suits in this.
Yeah, but he's also forging.
There's a lot of. Oh well, that's true. Yeah, but
That's my. There's definitely a lot of suits. I'm saying it's weird that he's wearing a suit while he has something. He's next. Do you see the fire?
well, he's the boss, and he's got to dress the part.
He's the boss, says Will.
He's the forge. He's literally the forge boss. We got a little chat.
Uh-huh.
This is maybe the most iconic art in the set.
That guy looks like John Waters.
He does, yeah. He does. Pencil mustache. And we got a mythic.
Have you seen the John Waters quote about hacktivists? I think it's hacktivists.
I don't think so.
He basically is like, man, young people these days are doing a bunch of stuff on their computers. And yeah, if I was younger, I'd be way into it. But none of you have any style because you're all sitting behind computer screens. And that sucks. You guys need to figure out some weird style. It's not even like, oh, they're bad at fashion. It's like more of a suggestion. Like, you
Yeah.
guys are missing out.
Mm-hmm. He's got a good perspective on that. Okay, so I got Unleash the Inferno. It's a Riveteer's instant. Deals 7 damage to target creature or planeswalker, and when it deals excess damage, you can destroy target artifact or enchantment with mana value less than or equal to the excess damage.
With mana value.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
Yeah, pretty good. So you could like deal 7 damage to creature with toughness 4, and then you
Mm-hmm.
have 3 left over, and you could like destroy your opponent's ascendancy enchantment or something like that.
Yeah.
What else? I got an angel called Inspiring Overseer. Glamorous Outlaw. This is Maestro's uh, entry in the exile cycle.
Yeah.
Got Rafine's Silencer. This is for the Obscura. It connives. Oh, and I got Rafine's Tower. So,
Nice.
speaking of the Obscura, there's the Tri-Land. Got the Groundbreaker. Arcane Bombardment. It's an enchantment for 4 and 2 red. Whenever you cast your first instant or sorcery spell each turn, exile an instant or sorcery card at random from your graveyard. Then copy each card exiled with Arcane Bombardment. You may cast any number of the copies without paying their mana costs.
Wow.
Seems like a card that's mainly best for using in arena.
Yes.
It'd be more of a pain to do IRL. That's okay. Okay, so I think this is the first card we've looked at that name checks Halo.
Oh yeah, we haven't actually seen the word Halo anywhere.
Yeah, this is the Halo Scarab. You can create a treasure with it if it's in
That
your...
scarab looks like it's one of the pride flags.
Sure.
I don't know which one
No,
off the top of my
I'm
head.
not sure which one, but yeah.
Maybe the lesbian pride flag? Can I look this up really quick? Do you mind?
I don't mind at all. We got Demon's Due. Oh, and seen that Ascendancy already. Oh, did I run out already? I guess I did.
Yeah, I think it's like closest to a lesbian pride flag.
Sure. Maybe that was intentional.
Auden has asked me a question
Yeah.
off mic
Yeah.
about the mysterious limousine,
Yeah.
which I think I know the answer to.
Okay.
They said, is the mysterious limousine a creature, like a being you fight with? Magic doesn't make any sense to me. All I have to compare it to is Pokemon, and I saw the card and it was like, so are you basically summoning Lightning McQueen? Which is not a Pokemon, but you know, sentient car situation.
Yeah, it's close. It's not sentient and it's not independent. It's technically not a creature, but it's this special type of artifact called a vehicle, and you can crew a vehicle by tapping creatures you control, and it's as if they are driving the vehicle. When you crew it, this artifact becomes a creature. So mechanically, what happens is that it itself becomes a creature, which makes it seem more like Lightning McQueen. But flavor-wise, what is supposed to be happening is that your actual creatures are driving the vehicle.
Yeah, it's sort of like getting into a car and then driving the car into a crowd.
Yeah, and that's just one of many vehicles. Capenna Express is a vehicle. Also,
Yeah, vehicles had sort of gone away for a little bit, and then there was like one vehicle in like one set, and you were like, "Look, it's a vehicle. There's literally just this one."
They made a small comeback in Kaldheim,
And then they were in yeah,
and then they made a bigger comeback in Kamigawa,
yeah,
because Kamigawa has like mechs and stuff.
yeah.
So like Dragonfly Suit is from Kamigawa. Imperial Recovery Unit is from Kamigawa. Colossal Plow is from Kaldheim. Unlicensed Hearse is from this new set. Mind Link Mech is from Kamigawa. So is Mobilizer Mech. Here's the limousine we were just talking about.
Mhm.
Um, Asuka's Chariot is a very, very annoying vehicle from Kaldheim.
Why is it annoying?
It's just, well, you can tell it's sort of an overpowered card because you can see I've got two versions of it here.
Yeah.
This is the original version, and this is the rebalanced alchemy version.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, it's just it's OP. Um, Here's a honeymoon hearse is one of the rare, not a rare card. It's an uncommon card, but there aren't. What I mean to say is there aren't many vehicles in the recent Innistrad sets, but this
Yes.
one is from Crimson Vow, and Enchanted Carriage is from. This is going back to Throne of Eldraine, which was
Hmm.
the fairy tale set. Yeah, so that's a little primer on vehicles for you.
Auden says thank you, by the way.
You're welcome. What's so I've still got 25,000 gold, which, as I said, I don't want to spend it all, but that's still enough to keep spending. Um, or we could do some deck building, or just jump into a game.
Do some deck building.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what you do.
Yeah. I guess let me just do. Let me speed through a few more packs and then do the deck building.
Okay.
How's that sound?
That sounds good.
Let's just do another quick 15. That'll leave me with, yeah, I still have 10,000, so I'm gonna hold on to that 10,000 for now.
Nice.
Um, I got Cemetery Tampering, which we've seen. I got Endless Detour, which we've seen. Riveteer's Charm, The Adjudicators, Snooping Newsy, which is a very funny name.
Yes, it is.
Rafine's Informant, and Structural Assault, which we've already seen. Got the Riveteer's Requisitioner and Rafine's Tower, which we've seen. Got Crew Captain, got Night Clubber, ha ha ha, and Rabble Rousing, which we've seen. Got the Exotic Pets, which I have a problem with. I got Public Enemy, and ha ha ha, we got the Evolving Door. Artifact, 1 and tap and sacrifice a creature. Count the colors of the sacrificed creature. Then search your library for a creature card that's exactly that many colors plus 1. Exile that card, then shuffle. You may cast the exiled card. Activate only as a sorcery.
Hmm.
I got Most Wanted. And another Cemetery Tampering. Thank you very much. We got Spar's Headquarters, another Tri-Land. We got Strangle, and we got another Sanguine Spy.
We got Jillian
Anderson.
Anderson.
Got a wild card. We got Devilish Valet.
What is his flavor? You say this in a voice.
Let me read it first. It's not really a quote, but I'll say it in a voice anyway.
Thank you for indulging me here.
Nobody thought twice about checking their weapons at the door until they were informed there was no weapon check at the door. Hey, oh,
This is what I wanted from you. Thank you so much.
yeah.
Auden says thank you, by the way.
Mm-hmm. 1/3 trample haste devil warrior alliance. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield under your control, double devilish valet's power until end of turn. We got another rhino. We got the rocks pummeler.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. I'm very glad to have this card. I'm gonna make more of these. So
Okay.
something that I'm interested. Do you remember the card Bard class?
Yes.
You remember how it works specifically at level 2? It says legendary creatures cost red, green less to cast,
Mm-hmm.
and that only applies to those colors.
Right.
This is a legendary creature.
Uh-huh.
Look at its casting cost. It's
Perfect.
one. But here's the thing: how perfect is it? This is what I want to know, and I need to see how. I need to play with it in Arena to know how it works.
Yeah.
When I have Bard class at level 2, how is that going to modify the casting cost of this? Is it going to
Mm-hmm.
remove 2 of those mana symbols, or is it
Mm-hmm.
going to remove only that middle purely red one?
I see. Yes.
That's what I'm waiting to see. Regardless, this is going to go into the deck that I've built, which has both Bard class and Mirror Box.
Nice.
We got Wingshield Agent, and yes, great art.
I love her.
Jaxus the Troublemaker. Amazing card. We got Fight Rigging again. We got
Ooh.
Witty Roastmaster.
Look at how surprised that person is on the right there.
Yep.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. They were not expecting that. Okay. Now let's go over to decks. Just checking my phone.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so my best idea for what to do is to see what it will look like if I just look at the commanders I've collected from the new set. Okay, I didn't even realize I got this one. So this is an uncommon Cabaretti commander. When it enters, if you cast it, search
I'm gonna
your
run to the bathroom quick while you
Yeah.
do this.
Okay,
Talk amongst yourselves.
I will do. Okay, so I'm not going to use either of these because they're just one color. Not going to use this one. I really don't understand how this is supposed to be used. This one, search your library for a creature card with mana value X or less. I don't think I want a commander with X in the casting cost. This is an uncommon. These are both for the Riveteers. I think what I'm most interested in doing is using this mythic and building with the Maestros. Okay. So now it's going to show me all the new stuff up top, which is kind of annoying. But, oh, New. Gonna undo that. Okay, now just show me Streets of New Capenna collected. Let's just look at the rares to begin with. Let's start over here. Okay, so we'll definitely include this. This I think could come in handy. I don't think I'm going to use that. Okay, what is, yeah, so I want to get as much mana as I can. This is good for creating treasure. All right, let's just look at the cards that are really Maestros specific. Let's start over here with the okay, yeah, here we go. There's one Corpse Appraiser. Here's a, yeah, definitely need this one. I think this one can be useful. Sure, why not? Sure. Okay. Sure. Definitely. Maestro's Theater, yes. Okay. How many of these have more to do with the Maestros than the others? This one. This one. Gotta include this. Join the Maestros. Feel like this might be useful. Gotta include that.
Oop, baby.
She's back.
You have really done some good here.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Okay, so you do have some water, but not very much.
Yeah.
Or blue. It's called blue.
Yeah, it's mostly called blue. I think I've got a. Just try this. Need more creatures is what I need. Oh yeah, definitely that one. Yeah, let's do this one too. And let's try this one. And that one. And this one. Okay, I'm already up to 55, and I'm guessing that um, guessing that I don't have enough creatures. 16, okay. And 14 non-creatures. So we want to fill this up with more creatures, especially we're especially lacking red.
Oh yeah.
Let's do this one. Um, hmm.
Yeah, these are like, hmm.
How are my mana values doing? Not bad.
Oh yeah, because I was like, oh man, these are all high mana values, but you could probably throw in some higher mana values, right?
Yeah.
Put in
Oh,
that big man, small head.
big man, small head.
Go back one.
Oh, yeah.
Big man,
Sure.
small head.
Sure. Um, oh, I only have
One
room
to
for
go.
I have room for one more. Yeah, I think I'm sticking with red, and I sticking with looking for a creature. I think it had better be one of these two. So I think I'm gonna go with this one. Okay, that's something, right?
Yeah.
Oh, and I'm not done yet. The reason that I'm not done yet is because I have not uh, done enough work with special lands.
Special lands.
Special lands. Okay, so I'm gonna need a tramway station. Uh, and I'm gonna pay a wild card for Xander's Lounge.
Hell yeah.
I feel as if something is missing here.
Well, I
But
have a question.
yeah,
Why do you not have more dual lands?
I'm just looking at the new set right now.
Okay. I mean, I would say I love aesthetic.
Mm-hmm.
That functionally this is going to be a mess unless you replace most of those with dual
Yeah,
lands.
no, definitely. I'm gonna look back at other sets. So what I feel is missing is I guess I had an assumption that there was a one of these dual lands for every pair,
Yeah, which would make sense.
which would mean that in addition to blue black and black red, there should be a blue red.
Yeah.
But maybe that doesn't exist, and my
Mm-hmm.
assumption was incorrect. Let me just do a quick Google of Streets of New
Quick
Capenna.
goog.
a goog, if you will. Streets of New Capenna, dual lands. I said labs. Uh, Those are the tri-lands. Those are the special art lands. Yeah, no, that doesn't help me. Streets of New Capenna. Card list. Okay, just show me the lands, please. Okay, I see green, white, red, green, white, blue, black, red, blue, black. Yeah, I guess there's actually only 5 dual lands,
Huh.
not 10. Okay, that's fine. Let's look at gold lands from all the sets I can use. Okay, there's a lot of ways to do this.
I just told Park what the secret present I got Sarah is, which I have told you.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Thank you, LMAO. That is so good." So it's gotten approvals all around.
Perfect.
Oh my God. It is pouring so hard. Well, when I was it was raining when I went to the bathroom. I cannot emphasize how happy Kenny is about this. Last night when he was driving back, he was like, this year's been really hard, Liz. But he just meant his allergies.
Yes. Yeah.
He didn't mean in general.
Right.
But I was in the bathroom and have I told you we have a skylight in our bathroom?
Maybe not.
We have a skylight. It rules. It's so good, but it is like does go through like the roof. So there's this like channel that it looks like every time I look up, I feel like I'm in like the Mummy. I'll send a picture of it to you later. Like it's very video game, but I could hear the rain and it was, the sort of gentle pitter patter. And then all of a sudden it sounded like marbles were falling out of the sky. And I was like, to the point that I was like, I feel like it's not hailing, but it almost sounds like it's hailing. Yeah, we're getting soaked. I'm glad I was going to put out grass seed this morning. I'm glad I didn't because I think this would have been a little bit too much.
Okay, so here's what I've done with the lands.
Okay, good.
Tell me what you think of this. There's a lot of different options to choose from, right? But every color pair has this type of dual land where you choose one or the other.
Oh, right. Yes.
And it has this kind from Innistrad where it enters tapped unless you control 2 or more other lands.
Yeah, I think that's a good start.
So I've done that for each of the 3 pairs.
Yeah.
I've done both of those for blue black, for blue red, and for black red.
Yes.
Plus,
because you remember that deck I made, and I was like, "Will, this deck sucks," and you were like, "Liz, do you have any dual lands?" And I was like, "No," and then I just literally made them all dual lands, and it worked perfectly.
And then I've also got the Maestro's Theater, which is good for searching for a basic land.
Nice.
And I've got Xander's Lounge, which I'm going to have to craft, which is the tri-land for the faction. Oh, that's a nice hat.
Yeah, I realized I could probably wear this hat right now. It's not like a really wintry hat. I think that a spring hat is like a good hat.
So, okay, so I'm looking at 24 lands. Yeah, I think I'm going to say craft all, which just means crafting that one tri-land. I guess what I didn't do, which I could have done, is I didn't look at the Maestro cards that I haven't collected.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
I don't know if I'm going to bother right now. So I don't have the Maestro's Charm or the Ascendancy. I don't have Hostile Takeover or either of these alternative commanders, the rare one and the uncommon one. I'll just stick to what I've got for now.
Yeah.
And I guess this needs a name. This means going Xander mode on their asses. And I want the Maestro's sleeve.
Hell yeah. Dude, you are ready.
Pretty much. Um,
Lots of glowy eyed folks.
I think, hmm. Yeah, actually, Ob Nixilis should be my avatar for this one. Because he takes over for Xander.
Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, I think that's that.
Kenny's seeing a movie tonight, by the way, in the
Yeah?
theater.
What's he seeing?
He's seeing Hatching.
Yeah, what is that?
It's about an egg.
Okay.
It's a horror movie. It's
Mm-hmm.
not in English,
Yeah.
and it's about an egg. And then it seems that the egg hatches. But it's very spooky looking in the trailer. At one point, this girl is eating birdseed and then spitting it out and feeding it to an off-screen creature. Also, the egg does a thing that eggs don't do in real life, which is it gets bigger before it hatches.
Sure.
Which we were watching the trailer, and then it went from being like sort of a normal sized egg, like maybe a little bit, maybe like a goose egg instead of like a chicken egg.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I was like, it got bigger. It got like fist sized or something. And I said to Kenny, that's not how eggs work. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
eggs don't get bigger. That's not the point of an egg. Immediately took me out of the experience of watching a trailer.
Yeah.
He really wanted to see X in theaters and was like, X is in theaters already, so I'd
Oh,
prefer to see that.
yeah. Right.
But it's not. It came out 6 weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. X kind of came and went already.
Which Kenny was like, God, I'm so sorry. I just didn't think that it would be. Or I said to Kenny, I'm so sorry. And he said, No, you're fine. I just didn't think it would be out of theaters already. It came out 6 weeks ago. And he had
Right.
looked up last weekend if it was playing, and it was.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But apparently you can like rent it already.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
So he's probably going to do that. But he has to, he has to pay like $20. But like, he was like, well,
Right. So I'm just making an adjustment to my mirror box / bard class deck.
mm,
I'm inserting 4 copies of Agnes, the Dragon's Lash.
nice.
And in order to make room for him, I think I've got to remove my 4 copies of Svella Ice Shaper.
I think that's a good choice.
So that means I'm going to have to spend 3 rare wild cards to craft 3 copies of Agnes. And then we've been going for a little over 2 hours. Do you have any more time? Maybe.
Yeah, we could play a couple games.
Sure.
Thank you for doing this a little bit earlier, just so that I can like do this and then eat dinner and then take care of Elliot when Kenny goes out to his movie.
It's no problem. So I have a daily challenge to cast red or green spells. So I would like to play with not the new deck that I just created, but the Bard class deck that I just edited.
Oh yeah, sure.
So, do you want to play against each other, or do you want to see me jump into some randos?
Oh, jump into some randos, I think.
Sure. Okay. Let's do standard non-ranked best of one with the deck that I call mirror mode. Let's see what happens. Oh, did we get a chat? Did you see Sarah's chat?
No, I didn't see Sarah's
I
chat.
think this is about you telling Park about the gift. Sarah.
Wow, taunting me.
Yeah.
Yes, I am. I'm building up suspense.
Yeah. It's less than a week away now. Tonight we first we must celebrate Jess's birthday.
Is that tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, I helped. I will now taunt you.
Yeah.
I helped Sarah with her presentation
Mm-hmm.
in a big way.
Okay.
And the big way is that the topic at hand, she was like, "Hey, do you know about this topic?" And I said, "Oh my God, I absolutely do." But there's a Keystone article about it that's behind a New York Times paywall. And I was so obsessed with this when it came out, this article.
Yeah.
And I said, this is going to be behind a paywall soon. So I copied and pasted it into an email with the title, like the subject line is like just the title of the thing or what I call it.
Mm-hmm.
And so we had been talking about it. She let me see her presentation ahead of time. I gave her a few notes and she didn't really know what I was talking about. And then I learned that she did not have access to the full article. She'd been reading a summary.
Yeah.
And so I was able to send her the full article and she was like, "Oh my God, this is gold." And then she understood my note a little bit better.
That's great.
I think I really hope it brings you as much joy as it honestly brings me.
I'm sure it will.
Man, a fucking mill deck.
Yeah, I'm playing against a mill deck, which is not the most fun type of opponent, but here we are. That's a good idea. I should have maybe put evolving wilds into that brawl deck.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been a good idea. I dare you to block Targnar. They did not accept the dare. Casting another play with fire. Oh, they saw it coming. That's fine.
Oh man, this hat. I like this hat when I got it, but I didn't really know how to wear it. And now I know the answer is not in winter. It's a spring hat.
Uh-huh.
You know, a hat when it's like, oh, I don't really want to wear like a sweatshirt, but it is a little cool.
Yeah.
Or perhaps today, like it's raining.
All right, so I've got the partners out, which is always good.
Yeah, yeah.
They played expressive iteration, which in my mind is an act of desperation. But perhaps I will eat my words before this is over. Okay, I've got Agnes, and I'm gonna put Agnes down, hoping that it can't be countered. I'm going to give the haste to Targnar, and then I think I should get 2 tapped treasure tokens. Yes, very good. Which part are you laughing at?
That guy being like, "Oh God, oh God, I only have one of these out right now. Oh gee, oh gee."
Okay, they're gonna do. Yep, Tasha's hideous laughter. So, it's gonna happen twice. What's gonna happen? Am I going to win or lose? Ooh.
Ah.
Okay, got a victory there. Very good. It's one for the big man, and by that I mean myself.
Did I tell you that Kenny got a like anime cookbook for Christmas?
I don't recall hearing about that.
So he got this anime cookbook, which Kenny watches some anime, but he mostly reads manga, which like
Yeah.
translates half the time anyway. So
Hmm.
he's making us a chicken stew from his anime cookbook tonight,
That's charming.
which I'm very excited for. I also just love stew, and Kenny's not a huge fan, so
Hmm. Do you know what stew makes me think of?
stew pickles from Rugrats.
I can't remember if we talked about this in our Homestar Runner episode of the podcast, but
Uh-huh.
there's a strong bad email. I don't remember which one, where as he's wrapping it up, he expresses a concern that there might be something wrong with his brain. Uh, and so he writes, let me try to think of the best thing ever. Beef stew. Yep. And then he's like, yep, my brain's definitely broken.
Okay, also this little German shepherd wearing armor.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Hello.
A great pet. Nope. I'm going to play Goro Goro.
Goro Goro. Something that is a little bit disappointing to me about Elden Ring, as a side note,
Mm.
and this is sort of related to Goro Goro, is that Kenny was playing Breath of the Wild.
Oh, really?
And I love Zelda, but I love watching Kenny play Breath of the Wild because I played it. He hadn't actually played it yet. He just
Mm-hmm.
like watched me, and I guess it had been like long enough.
Yeah.
But then Elden Ring came out, and he's just like, goofing around on that all day, which I also like watching, but it's not Zelda.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my most anticipated games of this year became one of my most anticipated game of next year.
I know. I'm glad that they're gonna. I know that they'll do it right, though. You know what I mean? But my
Yeah.
God,
That's okay. I can wait.
be a good little. Oh my God, I know that I sent you those videos of Elliot, but your review of that Memoria movie,
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing so hard. Will I
Yeah.
was laughing so hard,
Thank you.
and then I read it to Kenny, and Kenny was also laughing so hard.
Thank you very much. It is nice. It is nice to write something and have one person tell you how much they appreciate it.
2 people have loved it.
Well, you're the one who's told me.
That's true. Isn't Elliot so funny trying to be a little stand-up comedian too?
Yes, that was excellent. I loved that.
Her like tone at the beginning, I was like losing my mind because she sounded just like a stand-up comedian where she was like, well, it's like, oh no.
Yeah.
I haven't made this joke yet because there's a few reasons. The first is that, let me just say, I don't want to talk about this in general, but I do want to just tell you my joke, which is that with Elon Musk buying Twitter, which I'm putting in quotes because he hasn't actually purchased it yet, and I feel like people are acting like he owns it already, and he doesn't. The deal has not gone through.
That's right.
And this drives me nuts that people are talking about it like that. Like, I literally saw one person, good job. I literally saw one person quote tweet something and said, well, it's done. He's bought Twitter. And then the quote tweet was like, Elon Musk will buy Twitter. I was like,
Well, the future tense is the same as the past to me.
but I But regardless, I probably, at least initially, I would have to see how it happened. I wouldn't just like leave Twitter because Elon Musk owns it, because like everything is owned by something evil. Like I might as well
You
just
can't
live in a
ruin
hole.
it by leaving it. You could
Yes,
potentially ruin it by
staying on it
sticking
and just
around.
posting large video files.
Sure.
I saw somebody say like, "Man, what if we just posted everything we posted had like 4 of the largest video and like photo files possible?"
Funny
But
idea.
anyway, the joke I want to make is I have a tweet that says like, I think if it weren't for Twitter, I probably would have tried stand-up comedy.
Mm-hmm.
And the joke I want to make is like just retweeting that and saying, well, looks like I have to go do stand-up comedy now.
Pretty funny. Uh-oh.
What are those lands? Are they like proprietary, like new set lands?
These are the Kamigawa.
Oh my God, I've never seen them. They're so beautiful.
They're gorgeous, yeah. Really, really good.
I think I've told you that. I know I've shown you some of Aram's work for my book. She hasn't done this one yet, and she has actually said to me, I'm nervous to do it. But she's whatever she does for the cover image, or what I would like to be the cover image, that's supposed to be a picture of the brassica plant. That's what I want to get a tattoo of.
Mm-hmm.
And she like, because of this, she's like just avoided doing it because it's like too much pressure.
Sure.
And I'm like, no, it'll only be good. Like last night I was talking to someone and I was like, yeah, Aram's illustrating my book. And they were like, Aram can draw. And I was like, listen, I had the same reaction, and then like whipped out my phone and they were just like, how can Aram do literally everything?
Very talented.
Have I told you that she also makes gorgeous cakes?
I can't recall.
I'm going to find a picture of one of these gorgeous cakes to send you. I was like, I'm sorry, you what? When she sent me this cake. She's done multiple of these, but like the one in particular, like with fondant, where she might as well just be a sculptor. Okay. Oh no, my phone. My phone has started doing, my new phone, my very expensive, fancy new phone.
Mm-hmm.
Occasionally does this thing where I can't click anything on the main screen and I just have to restart it. I can look at like my tabs and I can back in and out of programs I have open.
Mm-hmm.
And I can restart it without having to like force it, like without having to do like a hard reset.
Yeah.
And Kenny was like, have you looked it up? And I was like, no, I haven't looked it up, because every time it happens my fucking phone's frozen, so right. I can't do anything. Yeah. But it just did that, and then I'll get it for you. Like, I have so many talented friends who can do so many things, and I have never met somebody like Aram who can just think about creating something and then just literally do it.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm not in a very good position here right now, but
yeah, yikes.
I could turn the tides with a good, lucky card
choice.
Draw.
It does look like that raccoon is going to try to fight your bird.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Love to attack with that, but I'm not going to. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's not good. I'm not giving up yet.
I'm going to briefly turn off my video background.
I'm going no background today.
Yeah, now you all get to see my bed with my very nice Brooklinen sheets, if I do say so myself.
Nice.
Here's one of them.
Yeah, excellent.
But she created this.
Yeah.
Out of fondant.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to get you the other one. Because the other one was the one when I was like, you made this? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, what? What do you mean, yeah? Here it is.
Oh, huh.
It was a
Yeah,
Christmas cake,
right.
but look how much fondant work that is.
That's a lot of, yeah.
And then she says to me, I'm gonna find what she said to me when I was talking to her about this.
Ooh,
I was like, you just casually made this with your hands and fondant? I wish I could see my face. I just keep opening my mouth and closing it. And she said, haha, fondant is really messy, but I kind of think that I will just buy store-bought next time. That definitely took much longer than I had budgeted for. And then I sent her this audio message. Wait.
You also made the fondant? You made the fondant from scratch? I'm sorry. You didn't just buy the fondant and form it like a sculptor into those beautiful shapes. You made it from. Okay. Cool. Yep.
I was just like, what do you mean? Like, you can't just be like, oh, yeah, I also handmade the fondant. She's like, well, fondant's really easy. It just takes a long time. I'm like, yeah, I know. I also would not say that fondant's very easy. And I am somebody who thinks things are easier than they are for probably a lot of people.
ooh, okay, sorry.
Are we here? Can we do it?
No, just great news. Okay, got the answer to my question. I got Bard class level 2.
Yes.
I have Agnes in my hand. Look at Agnes's casting cost now.
Yes.
It is reduced by half, not just by that one symbol. This is great news.
I'm also realizing that with Agnes, it's particularly useful because haste is a funny ability where it's useful, but only for a moment.
Well, so here's the thing. I've got Agnes himself has haste.
Mm-hmm.
Goro has, for one mountain, creatures you control gain haste until end of turn.
Which is perfect.
Plus, the partners, whose names I don't remember without looking at the card, they give haste to another creature that you control each time combat comes around. So, yeah, I'm thinking, John Wick or whatever. Okay, how many of these? Let's go whole hog. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Oh no, do they have a counter spell? If they do, they haven't used it yet. I'm also playing Kodama, which is an addition to this deck that I just made the other day, so I haven't played very often with this.
I don't think I've seen that card before.
This is a mythic from Kamigawa.
I must have not ever pulled that one.
Modified creatures I control have trample. Whenever a modified creature you control deals combat damage to a player, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield, tap, and shuffle.
Wow.
And then Bard class means that the legendary creatures I control enter with a +1/+1 counter on them. So all of these are modified creatures because they all came out after Bard class.
Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, I'm thinking this deck might be working the way it's supposed to right now. Yeah, I'm thinking Kodama.
Where is the PowerPoint party?
It's at Jess's.
Oh, it's at Jess's. Nice. I'm so excited to hear what all the PowerPoints are about.
Yeah, I'm excited to see them.
Are you happy with yours?
Yeah,
I know you don't want to reveal what it is, but are you happy with it?
Yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm chuffed. But I'm happy enough.
Good.
Now they all have haste. Now I have a machine gun. Ho, ho, ho. Okay. Got Phonic iteration. Any reason why you cast that?
I've heard of these PowerPoint parties before, and I've always been jealous of them, and I'm very jealous that you get to go to one.
Uh-huh. You may cast... Okay, blah, blah, blah. Get on with it already.
Will. Oh no, Will.
Okay, that's unfortunate. I admit that that is unfortunate.
Wait, they chose the graveyards? Oh, they
no,
chose
they
three
chose
of them.
everything but, yeah. I don't think that I can prevent that with Tamiya's safekeeping. Because indestructible doesn't apply because it's exile, not destroy.
But what about hexproof? Would this not be a hex?
So hexproof.
This is my problem with hexproof. It's not.
Hexproof,
It doesn't have an equivalent word.
hexproof says that it can't be the target of spells.
Oh.
And this isn't targeting anyone specifically. It's just applying to all of them. So that's why I'm not going to use either of these Tamiya's safekeeping because I do not want to endure the humiliation of
It not working.
Seeing it.
And then the person going, oops.
Well, I've already muted them, so.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's neat.
Shit. Shit, Will.
This is why you don't go on stream and start quoting Die Hard and John Wick to taunt your opponents. That's okay.
Well.
It's not embarrassing. That could happen to anyone. Still got some good news coming out of that.
Yeah.
Well, despite completing my daily challenge, I would like to play one more game
Yes.
with that deck against a rando because I believe that I won 2 and then I lost 2. So I would like to
I break yourself?
I would like to break the tie and determine whether I overall win or lose. Ruben Sprado, you will decide whether I win or lose. Best of 5.
Can I tell you about a weird chapbook contest I submitted to?
Of course.
So I had this open to submit to for a little bit. It's a chapbook press that my friend Elise has gotten published through, I think.
Can I know the name of it?
Oh yeah, it's Seven Kitchens Press.
Okay, I'm not familiar.
But they had a contest for a prize that is a chapbook for LGBTQ plus people, which is me.
Yep.
And I have a chapbook of what I call each other crush poems, which is like a loose sonnet, a loose sonnet crown. Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, this is perfect. Cause like, I mean, I am a queer person, but also like in that specific set, I talk about liking like a spectrum of gender identities. So it's like representative as well. And they publish the winner of the chapbook contest. They publish one person who has a book published or books published, and one person who's doesn't have a full length book published yet, which I think is nice. But it also means that there's going to be like 2 winners, right? And they do this thing I've never seen before, where they publish a list of the titles of the manuscripts they've received.
Huh.
Isn't that so strange?
It's different.
So I know exactly how many people have submitted to this chapbook contest.
That's kind of unique, yeah.
21.
Okay.
The odds are good, Will.
Yeah. Never tell me the odds, but yeah.
I mean, if I lose, it's still fine. I always assume anytime I submit anything, I assume it's not going to be published.
Yeah.
But, and I also never feel bad when I get rejected. So, whenever people on Twitter are like, another set of rejections, I'm so sad. I'm like, why are you tweeting about this?
Yeah.
Feel nothing. Let go of your feelings. Like, I understand that people get disappointed or whatever, but like, you've done this to yourself.
Sure.
There is literally no stake here. It's either you weren't going to get published or you were maybe going to get published.
Yeah.
But if you didn't submit, you also weren't going to get published.
Bunch of crybabies.
Which I do want to say, I think there is some nuance, which is that sometimes I think people will tweet something about a trend that they're seeing in their publication schedule or something like that. And that I think is worth discussing and interesting or whatever. But when somebody's just like, I got rejected again. Yeah, me too. Yesterday, I get rejected all the time. You know why? Because I'm not very well published and I submit to places. So
Yeah.
that's not surprising. I've also seen people recently, more than one person post about how they are focusing on a longer project, so they're not getting published as regularly and dealing with the insecurities around that. I was like, who the fuck are you? That you're regularly getting published.
Yeah.
I get published. I get a poem picked up essentially once a year. I will get a poem or a set of poems picked up.
Sure.
And that has been true for a decade. And I guess also I don't submit to like 500 places at a time or something. Like, you know, I'm submitting to like 5 or 10 or 15 places at a time. So maybe I could submit more or something, but like, and it, just by the sheer sense of numbers, it would be bigger, but I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Bam.
Not going to have any lands left in the deck soon.
I think the rain is starting to finally clear up, which is good because I think I don't have to drive in it. Ugh.
Okay, it's not over yet. They're playing with life gain. So they could recover from this.
Yeah, let's see.
All right, give me a legendary creature. Oh, that's perfect. Okay. Well, not perfect because I don't have a mirror box down, but it's good.
Near perfect.
Yes. Okay, I'll allow it. It's not great.
Yeah.
Keep this one.
Nice. What you gonna do? What you gonna do with the attacking and the defending?
That's right. That's Weird Al quality.
Have you seen the picture of Daniel Radcliffe dressed up as Weird Al?
Yes, I believe I have, and I look forward to seeing that film.
I do too. The caption I saw for it initially was Daniel Radcliffe looks unrecognizable as Weird Al. And I was like, no, he looks entirely recognizable. He looks like he's wearing a Weird Al shirt and like a fucking wig,
I hope
which I think is what he's going for.
I hope whoever presented that in that manner was in on the joke.
I hope so. Oh, Will, I was trying to figure out what was on my hat. Like the little, like what this little guy is.
Yeah.
I think it's like an owl wearing a hat.
Oh.
I was looking at the tag.
Yes, I see what you see. Yeah.
What is this brand? It seems like very stylized for something that was probably just at like TJ Maxx. Ooh.
I should have put down this land. Oh well. Okay, I think you know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, what up? He does get the fucking sword now.
Yeah, that's okay. I'll let him have that. They're clinging to life. I respect it. Hope they don't have a board wipe like the
Yeah,
last guy
just
did.
all creatures, they put down that card again. You're like, God damn it. Oh, this is annoying,
That's not ideal.
but not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Okay, but what are you gonna do? Attack? Just leave yourself totally open?
Well, no, they've got something.
Mmm.
Okay. That's pretty good. This is pretty good. Yes, I like this very much indeed.
Here we go. Here we go.
Now we're cooking with Gase.
Oh my god.
Yep. Good
Hey!
game. And there's a lot more that I could have done too. They would just let me have my fun. Okay, well that's just shy of 3 hours. So is there anything else you want to do before we sign off?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, you're happy with that?
Yeah, I feel very good about this. I'm excited to play some games and start building a deck. And
I've got one
do you want to
last.
open this just because
one
it's
last
here?
pack, so, yeah. Say sayonara with. Okay.
Oh, you got some new shit
Got
too.
some new first. We saw Echo Inspector and Extract the Truth and Call in a Professional when we were
But
opening our
what
packs.
is this guy?
Final rare of the day? It's probably going to be a wild card, right?
It's gonna be a fucking wild card.
Oh no!
Oh no!
It is one that we have.
But
already
we've seen Errant Street
so
Artist.
Been there, done that. Do you want to do one more just to see if we can end on something more exciting than that?
Yeah.
Should we do a mythic pack? So
Yeah,
that
do a
we-
mythic pack.
So okay, so we know unless it's the least exciting thing that could happen is a mythic wild
It's like
card.
it's just a fucking wild card. We're like, God damn it.
Let's try this. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we got all the configurations of a normal pack. We got the girder goons. We got the cleanup crew.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we got Falco Spara. That's pretty neat.
That's a cool one.
So that's our second demon lord. It's the head of the brokers.
Nice.
Bird demon 3/3 flying trample enters with a shield counter. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may cast spells from the top of your library by removing a counter from a creature you control in addition to paying their other costs.
Nice.
I'll take it. That's a good place. That's more exciting than
Yeah, that's way more exciting.
than the alternative. So, what do you think? Final thoughts on Streets of New Capenna?
I'm excited, especially now that I know how to do the tricolored better. I'm excited to play. I'm excited to build a deck. I'm excited to play some more. Guess I'll have to stop reading Brian Oliu's book and just play.
Put down the books.
Ugh. Brian Oliu's book's Body Drop, by the way. I'll plug that really quick. That book is amazing, and I don't know shit about wrestling.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just lush and so easy to read, and I really highly suggest it to everyone.
Cool. Yeah, I'll probably check that out.
But yeah, otherwise I'll see you. I don't know when. I guess we'll talk about that off stream.
Yeah, I guess it's May today.
It is. Happy May Day.
Yeah, so I guess before the month is done, I guess I will come up with a podcast episode.
Hell yeah.
Somehow, if I can find time in between friends' birthdays.
Yes.
All right. Thank you as always.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you, Sarah, for watching, if you're still watching.
Yes, and thanks, Auden, for asking about vehicles.
Mm-hmm. And until next time, stay safe on those mean streets.
Love you, Will.
Love you too, Liz. Bye-bye.
Bye.